Welcome back to the channel. This lesson is going to be very helpful potentially for those of you who are into putting in good hard work and adding different things to your practice routine that are really going to make a big difference. For those of the people who just want to kind of noodle and play whatever comes to them in the moment, this might not be that interesting. But what it's going to shine a light on is something that I work with folks on an individual basis a lot with, and that is the old passage fragment loop. So a lot of times I'll hear people play through their arrangement, whatever it is, Salt Creek or Singing Song, and they'll play through it, and then there'll be this one little place that is really isn't that good, and it's messy, and maybe the timing is incorrect, it doesn't conform to the grid of the mathematics, right? Whatever it is, it's got a problem. And so what you want to do is you want to isolate that as a passage fragment loop, okay? And you can do this with scales, you can do this with instrumentals, you can do this with singing songs, whatever it is. I'm gonna give you a few examples. Okay, so say you're working on Bluegrass Breakdown and you're working on that a little bit challenging syncopated opening riff, and then it moves on from there. But what you wanna do is just play the part that you're having trouble with in a loop, okay? You can loop it on Strum Machine, but it can be even better to turn it into a loop by itself. And just play that one loop in a circle. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and again. So maybe you're working on the articulation of that little passage down to the open A string, whatever it is. Maybe you're good with that one, but you're having trouble with the next little part. Lucky for us, in that particular song, that repeats. And so you can just play that over and over again. Say you're having trouble getting the folded scale clean. Say maybe you're good on the G string, but when you're doing your upstroke cross back to the upstroke on the 4th fret of the G, it gets a little messy there. Okay, then you can be like, okay, I'm gonna start this little passage fragment loop on the 4th fret of the G, and then come up a little bit, and come back to that upstroke on the 5th fret of the G, and then start the loop over again. It can take a little time to get comfortable knowing how to square off your loop, but that's the idea. You work on the hard part. Play it in a circle, going quicker and quicker and quicker until it smooths out, and then make the passage fragment loop bigger. Say start on the 2nd fret of the G instead of the 4th fret. But before we do, please like and subscribe. Go ahead and hit that little bell there for the notifications, and you'll get all the good stuff from Noya Mountain Music. Thank you. And please consider becoming a patron on patreon.com/Noya Mountain Music. Find out where those micro movements are that will feel a little bit different when you cross through the different tempo thresholds, because your mechanics of motion going super turtle slow are going to feel differently than they will when you get up to speed and things kind of start to connect and gloss together a little bit more. So you can practice a little bit of analytical observation on those thresholds, where your right hand is going to start to feel a little bit differently if you're going super slow or medium or fast. Okay, so whatever it is, take that little difficult piece that you got and don't just be like, oh, it's not very good, but I'm just gonna let it go. It's super important for us to hold our feet to the fire and practice those little things and make sure the details are right. All the T's are crossed, all the I's are dotted. Don't just let it be okay, because then you'll just be an okay mandolin player. You want to be a really good mandolin player. You want to be an excellent mandolin player. You don't want to have to aim for being a perfect mandolin player. Don't let perfect get in the way of really good. Okay, so that's the main lesson with Strum Machine. You can highlight the little section you want and just loop it. But you don't have to do it with Strum Machine. You can do it on your own. Just make sure you can feel the squareness of those 4 beats in the bar. Maybe it's 2 bars that you're working on, but just loop them. So maybe you're doing that hard little thing at the beginning of David McLaughlin's awesome break on Unwanted Love. and just loop that. Instead of playing the whole break and then missing it most every time. If you get that good muscle memory practice, 4 or 5 times in a row, then make the loop larger, or then play the first half and then repeat, etc., etc. Not to be from the Department of Redundancy department. Let me show you one other little cool thing I'll pair this with. Teach you something a little bit new that you might know, that you might not know. This is going to be a little bouncy partial chord inversion thing. This might be pretty simple to some of y'all, but it might be a whole new concept to open up for other people. So what's going on here? We got our pretty little, the simplest of the little simple double stop, happy double stops. We're in the key of G right here, coming up from 5 and 7 to 3 and 5. To 2 and 3. Okay, and we're going to do that on the D and A string too. Same thing, 5 and 7, 3 and 5, 2 and 3. But what's going on with the right hand is you're starting on the open A and then continuing with the upstroke on the 5th fret of the A. So down, that's your open A, down, up, which is a little bit of an unusual thing to do if you've never done it. And we're going to do that with each partial as we're moving down. All right, the open string first, and then your fretted note with the first finger. And then to your little 2-finger G, same thing. Okay. For now, you can do the third one twice. Okay, you can get the feel for that. Do that same thing in C, just starting on the D string, open D. Same frets, 5 and 7, 3 and 5, 2 and 3. Eventually you can connect those two lines. So instead of playing the G one twice, you could do that, or you could come down here to the D string and the A string and play 0, 7, 7, 8, which would indicate like a dominant 7th shift, what we call it F partial, before you hit your C. That's really nice, and you can build on the system, so much. You can play your whole scale, this way. It's always that open string first. It's a cool sound to get used to. Of course, you can do it in A and E and D and E too. Other way too. Okay, so that's ascending. Just go another way. But playing that open string first is the cool part. This can open the door up to the cool folded infinity bounce, which we'll get to one of these days. But just to get to know this little idea of bouncing off the open string. Again, you can switch and swap, but if you want to add a little color to what you're doing, or if you're doing a little backup, over something simple and folky, this can be some good stuff to put in there. So quick little lesson, the big concept on the isolated passage fragment loop, which can help clean up your playing to a significant degree if you choose to put in the hard work to do that, and not just be like, well, I kind of know that's a little bit messy. Oh, I kind of just wanted to keep noodling around, and it's not that big of a deal. It'd be all so much work. It'd be like 5 whole minutes. I could do so many other things. Gotta do the hard work. So dig in there if you want to be an excellent mandolin player. Clean up your articulation. Make sure that all the math to your framework is sound and you're not adding beats and taking beats away. You got your little happy little partial bounce. And that is it for today, neighbors. You can get yourself a Noe Mountain Music t-shirt shirt if you want. NoeMountainMusic.com. And yeah, if you like this video, please like it and share it if you want to. Leave a comment. Tell us what you want to learn more about. Let us know what you're connecting with. I want to help how I can, and I can come up with a lot of ideas, and sometimes I'll get ideas from my students. But if there's something that we haven't touched on in this channel, on these Monday mandolin kind of deals here, please let me know. And if you want to support this channel, if you want to support this work, we would love that. It's such a cool shift, in how the teaching gets out to people, so I can put it out there and everybody can check it out. And then those that feel called to support and reciprocate, how do you say that word? With reciprocity. How do you make that a verb? Reciprocate. There we go. Come on now. I'm a little slow. Had a good trip up to Maine, playing with Jason Carter and Michael Cleveland. And I'm grateful for all the things that I'm tired from. I want to keep in the saddle here, staying on the grind, as it were. Anyway, please think about becoming a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/Noe Mountain Music. There are a lot of different cool tiers there. There's the Note for Note videos that get offered at different levels. There's the licks of the month on the guitar and the mandolin. There are the 2 monthly workshops that we do, the Noe Mountain Music monthly workshop, and then also the Monroe Jam Lab. So you can check that out. The next one's coming. We got Reed Stutz is going to be our special guest. We're also studying David McLaughlin again for the second month with his cool break on Only a Hobo off the Blue Diamond album, Johnson Mountain Boys, and then Granite Hill, one of his flagship tunes. So think about becoming a Patreon supporter. And so that's the song and dance for this week. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you're having a beautiful summer day. We felt the first touches of fall coming in here in Charlotte, and that's always nice. Things not quite as blazing hot as they were a few weeks ago. Getting a little reflective about how fast the year's been passing by, and the years in general. Well, they say the days are long, but the years are fast. Something like that. I can relate to that. And just really appreciate the opportunity to connect with all y'all. Thanks for all the support, Patreon folks, and catch y'all on the next one.